Senator Smith. We will turn to Senator Tuberville.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Mayor, welcome.
Thank you, Senator.
I've had several jobs in my lifetime and had to go through this as a coach, so I know what you're going through, but welcome. Most people have gone through all my questions. I just want to reiterate some things that you said and get kind of your response. You know, being in education business 40 years and been around kids that have gone to college and coming out of high school, as you said, a lot of these kids don't need to go to a four-year school. They don't need to go. They need to go get a job, but they need to go be trained for a job. And I've learned over my career that just saying that we're going to go to a community college or going to a junior college doesn't work. We need to start in the high schools. We need to start them in vocational areas in the high schools. I know when I came through high school, I had vocation classes, and I got interested in electricity and learned a lot about electricity over the years. Fortunately, went into coaching and did pretty well. But I just want to get your thoughts. Being in education, of course, this is an education question, but I hope when you finish your tenure in this new job that people know your name. Know your name as somebody that really got people into a business or a field that they wanted to get into, where they could raise a family and make money. And that's the whole part of life. And I just want to ask you, what do you think your goal is of really getting kids, not just in community college, but in high school, involved in a real job, something to use their hands?
No, thank you. Thank you for that, and thank you for your comment. You know, you saw in your lived experience young people that you played for you, that if they didn't have that desire for the game, they probably wouldn't be in college. We need to get that same type of desire in young people in the trades, like you mentioned about electricity or whatever it might be. We need to do a lot better job, I think. I'll speak for Boston because I've seen it. We need to do a lot better job around vocational training. We need to do a lot better job around creating pathways and opportunities for young people. People don't know what their passion is. When I was 17, I didn't really know what my passion was. You know, I ended up going work and laboring because my father was a laborer. I went laboring with him. My father wanted me to put a suit and tie on when they got older. So I agree with what you've lived and you've seen as an opportunity. How do we translate that into the work that I've done into programs that we can put all across America, into every high school and community college? I think that that's what we need to do. There's millions and millions and millions of young people right now that if we don't take action soon, they're never going to get into the middle class. They're never going to have an opportunity because they're never going to have a chance to be helped and given guidance on what they want to do. So how do I do that? I think we work collectively together across the aisle. I think we listen to ideas and share best practices. I think that we work with the Secretary of Education to talk about policies that can be put into play during the Department of Education. I think we talk to colleges across this country as well because they're interested in it as well. I think that we put together, maybe put together a task force to talk about how do we create people for the American 21st century recovery, kind of as President Biden talks, Build Back Better. Well, we build back better. Let's create something, Build Back Better for high schoolers right now. So as we're building back better, they're part of building it.
Education is the key to freedom, and we've got to get these kids away from these computers and PlayStation games and get them to use their hands and really understand they got to go to work for a living one of these days. And I appreciate your comments on that. You know, in Alabama, we're a right-to-work state. Next week, Amazon's got 6,000 people voting on a proposal to whether unionize or not unionize. And we've had several big manufacturing jobs in our state that has turned it down. What advice would you give to them when they go to vote next week? What can a union do for them that hadn't done much in Alabama?
I don't know if that's my place to be able to say that, but I think you vote your heart. You listen to you listen to if there's both sides in the conversation. I think that the key to the PRO Act is that you have the right to organize, and everyone has the right to organize. Everyone should be able to, if they choose to organize, they organize in the union that they organize with. will have the opportunity to go in and negotiate good salary, good wages, good benefits, and working conditions, all that stuff. I think that, you know, for the workers, I'm not as familiar with what's going on in Alabama with Amazon, but I know that the workers, I know there's been a lot of interest in workers wanting to be covered by a union because they felt some of the disparities that they've felt on the job site.
I would just hope that in this job, though, you wouldn't feel the need to put your hand on the scale at all to convince people to do whatever, because we've had pretty good success with it. But Mayor, good luck to you. And again, I hope people know your name quite often in the next few years, because this infrastructure bill that's coming down the pipe, we're going to need people to work. It's not going to happen with money. It's going to happen with workers. And you're going to be a big part of that. So thank you very much for your time. And thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.